What's going on, my fellow gem hunters? Welcome to another episode of Vibe and Time over here at Coinverse. Guys, you know what to do. Go ahead and like the video before we get started. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then hit that little notification bell. That way you stay up to date to all the videos over here at Coinverse. Hey guys, we've been talking about a lot of great gems in the last couple of days, and today we got to actually cover some of the things that went on in the last 24 hours inside of the DeFi space, guys. I don't know why in these bear market times we always start to see these large hacks, and these hacks are all types of chains and things of that nature. And today it happened at DeFi. I'm gonna get right into it. If you guys haven't heard about it already, I'm gonna share my screen here, and we're just gonna go right into just the regular search today about the Nomad bridge hack. It's all over everywhere. Everybody's posting at MSN.com. You have Mint, The Verge, TheStreet.com, YouTube. I mean, everybody's posting about it, but it's been a lot of different hack amounts that had or have not happened. But I just want to go right over to a thread that I found on Twitter that really breaks this down really well. But before we get started, I mean, here's the thing about these. What is a cross-chain bridge, right? And a cross-chain bridge takes you from one blockchain to another blockchain. So you can take assets from one and cross them over to the other. And then on one end, you're going to be depositing a wrap token. And on the other end, you're going to be receiving a synthetic token, or at least that's what happened on this. And the two projects that were involved with this hack was Wrap BTC as well as Moonbeam. So people were pretty much depositing on one end Moonbeam, and then on the other end receiving something completely different. So let's just go through some of the things. Like I said, they talked about it here. You can see the TVL highly dropped off, and you guys, I talk about DeFi Llama all the time. If you ever want to track TVL on certain blockchains, I recommend DeFi Llama for sure. So let's just go through here. Nomad just got drained for over 150 million in one of the most chaotic hacks that Web3 has ever seen. How exactly did this happen? What was the root cause? Allow me to take you behind the scenes. So it all started when Officer CIA shared Spreakway's tweet in an ETH security Telegram channel. Although I had no idea what was going on at the time, just sheer volume of assets leaving the bridge was clearly a bad sign. So look like they discovered this over here. So my first thought was there was a clear misconfiguration for the decimal tokens decimals. I thought it seemed as though the bridge was running a send 0.01 wrap BTC and get back 100 wrap BTC. Guys, that's an amazing deal. This is like 0.01 BTC is like 200 bucks. And then on the receiving end, 100 BTC would be like 2.3 mil, just depending on, around 2.5 mil, something like that. However, after some painful manual digging on Moonbeam network, I confirmed that Moonbeam transaction did bridge out 0.01 BTC, and somehow the Ethereum transaction bridged in 100 BTC. So it wasn't actually, it doesn't sound like this was something that happened on the Moonbeam bridge. It seems like this happened on the Ethereum side, which would have been on Nomad side. So furthermore, the transaction in the bridge, the transaction to the bridge in Wrap BTC didn't actually prove anything. It's simply called process directly. Suffice to say, being able to process a message without proving it first is extremely not good. So within the contract, it sounds like the message was automatically approving transactions based off of previous transactions. Okay, so at this point there were two possibilities: either the proof had been submitted separately in an earlier block, or there was something extremely wrong with the replica contract. However, there was absolutely no indication that anything had been proven recently. This only left one possibility, that there was a fatal flaw within the replica contract, but how a quick look suggests that message submitted must belong to an acceptable root, otherwise the check on line 185 would fail. Fortunately, there was an easy way to sanity check this assumption. I knew that the root message had not been proven because the message hash would be uninitialized. All I had to do was check whether the contract would accept this as the root. Oops. It turns out that during a routine upgrade, the Nomad team had initialized trusted root to be X000. So to be clear, using zero values as initialization values is a common practice. Unfortunately, in this case, it had a tiny side effect of auto-proving every message. So again, with that 0x00, that's the initiation of the confirmation transaction, and people were then able to copy that transaction hash reuse it, submit a different wallet on the end, and pretty much get the same results. This is why the hack was so chaotic. You did not need to know Solidity or Merkle trees or anything like that. All you had to do was find a transaction that worked, replace the other person's address with yours, then rebroadcast it. So again, this is something that, me not being a big coder, I could read through this tweet from Sam CZ Sun. So I appreciate you just for this breakdown in this thread and actually get the idea of what was going on. This is a really good breakdown, and pretty much all it was, guys, was, and that's what made it such a free-for-all in my mind, was that you had people broadcasting about it. So after they got a transaction to go through, this, maybe the hacker himself broadcasted it. Then you had other people jump on board and start actually, you know, milking this bridge for everything, that all the assets that it had. And when we go back and we look at this TVL, look at the way this thing dropped off. This thing just fell right off in one day, right? And just everybody got their hands on it. And some people were, you know, taking 20,000. I see 30,000. But guys, if you did have funds here, I did read a lot of tweets today that said a lot of funds may have got recovered, that white hackers were able to get online and steal some of the funds, or actually take some of the funds and hold them. So I think some of them are going to be getting sent back, hopefully. But I did see some other tweets that people were setting up fake accounts as the Nomad bridge team support, and with wallet addresses, asking people to send back funds. And apparently some people did. So I don't know what to think about this. I just know, like, I think there needs to be something that protects this from happening. I think especially with bridges, one of my favorite bridges, Harmony, was exposed as well. And not a similar type of manner, but the bridge itself got exposed. I think it's got to be something that we come out with in the DeFi world that protects bridged assets. And whatever that mechanism is, allow all blockchains to have that root code that protects the assets and confirms the assets on both sides. Because right now it's just too many things happening like this, and like, for me, it doesn't look good for crypto. When you think about it, it doesn't look good for DeFi, especially when, guys, this wasn't something that you needed to really be like the expert on. I think anybody who's seen this and read a tweet about it could have essentially took some stuff off of there. I mean, one of the last tokens that was on there, I don't remember the name of it. It was like a meme token or something, and somebody took that too. It was like $700. But again, want to send my condolences out to anybody who may have been affected by this hack. But guys, just make sure when you're using these bridges, if you're using bridges, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's just one of those things that could just happen, right? So be careful on bridges, I guess I should say. And then, for the people who did, get transactions approved, I hope you guys, find it in your heart to send this stuff back, because at the end of the day, it is somebody else's money. I did want to point out here, while we're here, I like talking about gems. We did do a video of ApeCoin. If you did not see ApeCoin, go back and have a look at it. It's probably one of the first videos that we did post on here on Coinverse. But you see it's trending now. ApeCoin has been fighting a little bit of resistance on its ride back up, but it has been one of the most impressive coins on the breakout so far, in my opinion. I just want to jump into it real quick before we jump off today. Let's see if I can find ApeCoin, and there we go. So, and we see here, I'll blow this up for us. We see here how this thing came down and visited the 299. I think it got to a 303, something like that. Oh yeah, 303. And then it literally just started soaring. And now that even in the bear market, it's still up 2x. So I think it's one of those coins that when we think about what they're building out and the things that they're doing for the base, the Basey and Macy crowd, I think that this ApeCoin shouldn't be ignored. It's not financial advice, guys, but again, go back and check out the video if you need to know a little bit more about it. I still think this is a very interesting accumulation channel right here between the 3 and the 6. We'll watch the market, see how things go. Look like a little bit of a double top could be forming, but this is just a 2-hour chart, so we won't really read it off there. I think, like I said, just watching this from where we've seen it fall at $3 and get back at the $6, really bullish movement. But again, today's video was really about the exploit on Nomad, guys. Again, I want to just say, condolences to anybody who may have lost, you know, assets on that bridge. But guys, make sure you keep tuning in over here at Coinverse. We will be bringing you guys some more gems later on this week. And I hope you guys enjoyed the content today. Make sure you hit that like button and comment down below and subscribe to the channel for all the new people. Until next time, guys, bye for now.